Alright, boys, this is a video going over how to set up your cold email campaign A to Z. So, everything you need to know about setting up a cold email campaign, and I'm going to show you why you should set up one. And it's so easy to do that it's pretty easy to do, right? Now, the only thing is that if you already had experience doing this, it'll work a lot better because in the initial month or so of doing this yourself, it will get messy. You will be testing a load of different things, and you might get confused, and stuff like that. So basically, what we do at Frostmailer is we do free cold email build outs. If you want a free cold email build out, so basically, if you want me to build all this out for you for free, book a call with the link in the description, and we can get that set up for you for free. So obviously, you clicked in this video to find out what we're doing and how to set up a cold email campaign, right? Cold email for your own business. So just to give some kind of background on who I am, what I kind of do. So these are some of the results that we've generated for some of our clients. If you want to take a look at these videos, shoot me a DM, and I can get these over to you. But they're basically pretty self-explanatory, just going over all the results we've gotten. So for Sid, $1 million funding deals closed from a single campaign. So we actually just absolutely crushed it for him. As you can see there, we have 12,000 emails sent, 100 opportunities from there. And obviously these are really high leverage opportunities. Here, that will probably relate to most of y'all is Adam Hunt. He closed $18,000 in monthly recurring revenue from a single campaign, and I believe this was within 30 days. Right? Bradley, I'm not sure exactly how much he closed from this, but over $200,000 in pipeline added within 30 days. And Anna added 145,000 in pipeline in a single campaign. Now, to get into the real stuff that you actually came here for, is setting up your cold email campaign, right? So there's 5 steps to this. First of all, the infrastructure. Second of all, the email copy, lead lists, settings, and then launch, right? So it's really easy to do, but if you have no experience doing this, and if you are not experienced in cold email, you might set it up wrong, and you will have to test for a while. Whereas if you have someone obviously experienced that has done this time and time again, it's going to be a lot easier for you, and you don't have to do the work yourself. So that's why you should get my free cold email build out, because it is free, and why the fuck wouldn't you? So here we have instantly, let's make a new campaign. Let's call this test. So I want to show you how to exactly do this. So within Instantly, you have analytics, leads, sequences, schedule, and options. Oh, by the way, why I use Instantly is because I think it's just the easiest to use. It's just basically a sending software sequencer, right? So once we're inside of Instantly, we need to set up our infrastructure. So what we do at Frostman is we provide this infrastructure, this cold email infrastructure, the cold email inboxes, right? So you just buy them here. They're pretty cheap. You just buy them here, yeah, you basically you have to buy the infrastructure anyway, the email accounts anyway. So you might as well just get us to build it out for you for free, right? So you buy this, basically buy some Google Workspace accounts, and then put them into Instantly. Frostmailer will actually put them into Instantly for you. So next steps after that is, once you have the email accounts added, is to write your email copy, right? So email copy can be a bit tricky. It really just depends on what niche you want to run. But it's pretty simple, right? So usually what I like saying for the first name is just hey name, or hey first name, whatever that looks like. Hey first name as the subject line. And then usually what I like doing is having it like as a template, right? So what you could do is like an opener. So I'll write examples for that after. Pitch, CTA, signature. Right, so there's a few different things you can do. I'm going to add another variant too, because this isn't the only one that works. As an opener, what you could say is, hi name, saw you ran Facebook ads for clients, so thought this was relevant to, so thoughts, it was relevant to reach you. The pitch is going to be, we actually help Facebook ad agencies sign 3 clients every 30 days with our XYZ system. Like with our cold email system or with our, I don't know, ad system, whatever you're selling, right? Call to action is going to be something super simple, open to learning more. Signature, James, CEO of Frostmiller. Now, we also could have a PS line shows as social proof, right? So something like this would be like, last month we helped Hunt Media add 4 new clients to their company. I don't know, that doesn't really make sense, but let's just say it anyway, right? So this email, this is how I would basically structure an email, and hopefully that actually gives you enough context to structure it yourself. What I do also in sequence, or in the next variant, is I like to switch things up. So you're basically going to be testing this script or this kind of sequence or framework against this one, right? So we don't actually need to do much here. It's not like a whole framework, so we're gonna have like a greeting, pitch, CTA, signature. That's usually it. These are kind of mixed up between the two, right? I'll explain in a minute, right? So, by name, if we could help you sign 4 new clients in August on a complete pay on performance basis, would you be open to seeing a video with more context? Right, so if we could help you sign 4 new clients in August on a complete pay and performance basis, would you be open to see the video with more context? Easy, right? So the call to action is basically this too. So the pitch basically is the call to action, right? Signature, you already know what that means. And what we could do is have a PS line for social proof. Could do something like that. It would increase the reply rate. So if you have social proof, you might as well put it in there. All right. So those scripts, these scripts are pretty good. I use basically this template every single time. Every single time I run this for cold emails, and they work really well, obviously, as I shown before in the results. So once that's done, we need lead lists. Now, you can get these lead lists, it really depends on who you're targeting. I like to get them from Apollo, Store Leads, D7 Lead Finder. So Apollo, if you're just kind of doing it broadly. Store Leads, if you're targeting e-com brands, Store Leads is the best, and D7 Lead Finder is more so for like local businesses. So if you're targeting like plumbers, landscapers, then you should use D7 Lead Finder because it's pretty cheap and it's the best way to find them. So I'm not going to go through how to do that because it's pretty self-explanatory. But in terms of like the settings, once you basically write your email copy, you go over here. This all should be good. Obviously, if you're targeting like a different time zone, obviously switch that up. But I only send Monday to Friday. You click save, and you go to options. You select all your email accounts. So I have like, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of email accounts in here. So I'm not going to select those. But basically, you select the email accounts. Let's say we want to do like these 2, right? And then, obviously, I would have a lot more volume than that. And by the way, if you're planning on running cold email yourself, I wouldn't send any more than like 2,000-3,000 cold emails a day. If you send any less than that, you're not going to get good results. So keep that in mind, right? In terms of open tracking, obviously disabled. The reason we disable this is because it affects deliverability. It actually lowers deliverability. In terms of delivery optimization, we want to click these two boxes, and then the max limit really depends on how many email accounts you have. So each email account can send about 15 to 20 emails, so you kind of calculate it like that. In this case, if I only did have 2 email accounts, which would be very stupid of me, I'd probably just put the daily limit to 30. So 15 and 15. Alright. Time gap between emails, I usually like to do 21 minimum and 3 random additional. And once that's done, I think that's it. You basically just click save and then send. Or save and launch. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, once you have that done, your cold email campaign should be ready to launch. But yeah, as I said, it's pretty simple to do, but it can be a bit of a headache, and that's why we're doing the free build out. So again, if you do want one of the free cold email build outs, book a call with our team. I'll leave a link in the description, and we can get that built out for you. But for now, hopefully this was valuable, and shoot me a DM if you have any questions.